This thing. James Cash. Man, James Cash, man, I just been out here, man, trying to get to it, man. You feel me? Trying to get to it. Three strikes. That's the movie right there, though. Yeah, though, man. We finna get to it, man, and get into it. You dig? You understand me? Week 11 starting in the morning, so. Oh, man, everything been good, man. Just been trying to get to these lives, man. I got a couple little things I want to talk about. The Warriors, the Lakers without Bron, Stephen A. beefing with Michelle Beadle and Kerry Champion, you know what I mean? So I got a couple things I want to talk about. Big Ten, what's going down? You know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to get to it, man, but been working, and then, you know what I mean, when I've been getting done, I'm kind of been like, kind of tired. I be having to have energy when I'm gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? And not just, you know, I'm trying to grab my laptop real quick, but that's all this, man. But man, last night I was gonna go live last night, but I had a little situation, right? Yeah, shit. Man, so last night, first of all, Snax on Sportz. Snax on Sportz, I'm back with another one. You understand me? What y'all on, gang? We finna get into it. Week 10 recap, right? But man, it's raining cats and dogs out here in the yay right now. But man, bro, I'm at the I go to the hospital last night, right? Because not for no particular reason, right? But the type of soap I use, this is the type of soap I use right here. Aveeno bar soap. You know what I'm saying, me? And because I got sensitive skin, you feel me? It's fragrance free. You know what I'm saying? And they used to sell this at Walmart. Walmart don't sell it no more though. The only place where they got it is either Walgreens or they sell them at like hospitals in the pharmacy. You know what I'm saying? In the pharmacy they got them, right? So, and over here in Santa Clara, California, off Lawrence, a little bit up the street from Levi Stadium where the Niners play, it's a 24-hour pharmacy at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So you can go up in there anytime. So I was over there in that area last night, and I needed to get me some soap, some bar soap, and I was in the area. I was like, man, let me stop over here real quick before I go live and go pick this up, right? So I parked the whip, you know what I mean, in a parking lot, you know what I'm saying, at the hospital. You feel me? My dumb ass, I got a tendency, you know what I mean, I learned my lesson, but I got a tendency to, like, when I go to certain places, I just leave my door unlocked. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I do that, but you know what I'm saying? I just be doing that. You feel me? Right? And I done it at this particular hospital a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Man, I go up in there, right? To go get the soap, right? On my way out, I stop in the bathroom. You feel me? You know what I mean? To go handle a little business. You understand me? A little number 2 business real quick. So I was at the hospital for a total of probably like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? From the time I went in there to go buy the soap to the time I went and stopped in the bathroom, right? I get done, bro. I come out the bathroom. I come out the hospital. I'm walking back to the car, right? And as I'm approaching the car, I'm looking. Earth to Cambian, what's good? I'm looking. I see some type of object by the car. I'm like, what is this? I'm at a distance. I'm like, what is this by my back tire? You know what I'm saying? As I get closer, I see it's a wheelchair. I'm like, why is it a wheelchair right by my car? As I get even closer, my eyes fixate on right here on the driver's seat on the inside. I look, it's a nigga sitting in the car. It's a nigga sitting in the car, cuz. You feel me? I'm like, who the fuck sitting in my shit? I get closer, bro. It's a homeless dude, bro. Like an old, crippled, homeless white dude. This nigga in the driver's seat like this, not. Nigga, I get up on the car, nigga, the car door is locked. Nigga, I bang on the door. Nigga, what the fuck you doing in my car? Get up my shit. Oh shit, bruh, this nigga was like, I don't know if he was drugged out. I don't know what it was. He started talking about, oh man, he was like, man, I didn't touch nothing. It's cold outside. It was cold outside. So you know what I'm saying? The door was unlocked. So I just got in. It was cold outside. I'm like, nigga, you can't get in people's motherfucking car. It don't matter if the door unlocked. This motherfucking car, get your ass out. Right? He like, I got a bad hip. I can't get out. I didn't even get in. They put me in. These people, they robbed me. You know what I mean? Like they robbed me. You know what I'm saying? They stole $250 from me. They put me. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out my car, bro. What is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Right? He like, man, take me to the hospital, man. I need to go to the hospital. I'm like, nigga, we at the fucking hospital right here. What you talking about? You feel me? He was like, nah, not this one. I need to go to the. I said, bruh, because I didn't want to touch him, right? He was old. He was crippled. He was like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to touch him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, however you got in, you got to get out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You sit in the driver's seat, bro. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to get out. If you don't get out, I got to call the police, bro, to get you up out of here, bro. Bruh. This nigga was like, didn't want to get out and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to call the police, bro, and had the police come remove this nigga from the driver's seat, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told him when they got this, I don't want to, it was like, so you don't want, I was like, nah, I don't want nothing to happen to bro. I just want the nigga to get out of my fucking car so I can clean my shit out. You know what I'm saying? And do it moving. So that's what happened last night, bro. Like, I learned my lesson with that. I will never leave my car door unlocked ever again. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere I go. I'm talking about, bro. I walk back to the car, bro. This nigga is sitting in the drive. Bro, after the fact, bro, I couldn't do nothing but laugh, bro. Like, wow, this nigga really was just sitting in my shit, nigga. Sleep, you understand me? Like, I was like, wow, bro. Like, There's some crazy ass shit right here. So that's what happened last night, right before I was getting ready to go live. So that kind of like fucked off my night. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in my right state of mind after that. So yeah, I mean, I had to push this one back. But that's my little story for some sports. You know what I mean? Weekend edition. You feel me? Yeah, I know James Cass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, you live and you learn. That's a learning lesson for me. To not ever leave my damn car unlocked like that. You know what I'm saying? I just got a habit of doing that shit. Just pulling up, just getting out. You know what I mean? And just going. Because I put up in there real quick and coming right out. You know what I'm saying? And I end up not coming right out. I was in there for like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And man, I walked out, man. This nigga sitting in my car, bro. And he was like, and then he was on some crazy shit. Like, then he was like on some, you feel me? He was like on some, then then my phone was about to die, right? So I'm waiting on the police to get there, but I gotta put my phone on the charge. So I put my phone on the charge. This nigga grabbing for my phone. I'm like, nigga, don't touch my fucking phone. What's wrong with you? He was like, that's not your phone. That's my phone. Your phone's in your pocket. I said, oh, this nigga crazy, bro. This nigga crazy. So I had to sit there, you know what I mean, with this nigga sitting in the driver's seat. You know what I mean? This nigga was telling me close the door. This nigga gonna tell me close the door. It's cold outside. I said, this nigga, wow. You feel me? I could have done something to him and all that. I wasn't tripping off all that. Like, you know what I mean? I could have dragged him out the car. I could have beat him. You know what I mean? I could have stumped him out, all type of shit. You know what I mean? But that would have been, that wouldn't have been wrong of me. But that would have been like, I didn't have to do all that. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to touch him. Because, you know what I mean? He was a homeless dude. I don't know what. I didn't even want to touch dude. You feel me? But yeah, I could have did some harm to him for sure. You know what I mean? But he was an old cripple. Like, he was really crippled. Like, he really couldn't get out the car. I don't know how, well, he got in there, but he really couldn't get out the car. You know what I'm saying? When the police got there, they had to help him get out of the car and get back into the wheelchair. You know what I mean? He's talking about he got a bad hip. His hip is out of, you know what I mean? I'm like, how the fuck you get in the motherfucking end? You know what I'm saying? But that was crazy right there, bro. That was just crazy ass shit. You feel me? But man, hey, somebody, hey, I don't know how many cars you been in. I know that's my fault though. That's my fault. You know what I'm saying? And then where I parked at too, it was other cars parked in the area, but where I parked at was like more closer to like the street. You know what I'm saying? So my car was probably like the first car when he rolled into the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And it was late night too. You know what I mean? It was like 11 at night. So this nigga talking about it was cold outside, man, and the door was unlocked, so I just got in. He kept it real though, you feel me? But yeah, that was some wild shit. That was some wild shit, man. I was like, damn, this nigga actually really just sitting in my shit. But nah, it don't excuse nobody, you know what I mean? And I told him, I told him that, bro. I let him know it wasn't cool what he did, for sure. I definitely let him know. You know what I'm saying? I definitely let him know. But he was an old man, bro. He was an old cripple. You know what I mean? Like, he was old. This nigga was probably like 60, 70 something years old. He was a cripple. He wasn't in his right mind and all that. You know what I mean? So I just called the authorities and said, listen, man, this nigga in my car, this nigga's not trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? I need some assistance. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to touch this man. You feel me? So yeah, I need some assistance, and they came on over there, man, and got him out. You know what I'm saying? But that was just some crazy ass shit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Earth to Kanban, facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did that. That could have been any type of situation. That could have turned into anything right there. So, but it's a learning lesson. Boy, lock your damn car when you get out the car and you going up in somebody's establishment. Don't leave your motherfucking car parked with the door unlocked. I was mad at myself for that on some dumb shit. Like, you dumbass nigga, you left your car door unlocked. You feel me? Thinking just because I done did that before, that nothing was ever gonna happen. Something happened last night. So, but that happened like that for a reason. That was my warning. That was my warning right there, to don't do that shit again, or next time it might be worse. You feel me? So, but man, let's get into this week 10 recap, man. I'm trying to go back right there. Okay, this shit ain't working. Let me see. NFL week 10 recap. I mean, NFL week 10 schedule. Alright, man. Yeah, we got week 11 starting in the morning. You feel me? Tunic 007 say you look too old to just learn that. I didn't just learn that. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that I just learned. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I got a habit of doing. It's just something that I've a habit of doing. You know what I'm saying? My boy, my big homie Bay Area Block Report up in here. We from the same city, East Palo Alto, California. We from the hood. That's a hood tactic that I have brought outside of the hood, and I can't do that. For example, a lot of times in the hood, you pull up to the liquor store, you leave your car running, car door unlocked, windows down, music playing, you know what I mean? You just running in there real quick. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody fuck with your shit. I've been doing that for years. But in the hood, even though something could happen in the hood too, but most of the time in the hood, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Everybody know who car it is. Everybody do it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga pull up to the liquor store, to the corner store, get out, run in there, go get some blunts, go get some drink or something. You feel me? The car on, running. You know what I'm saying? The windows down. You feel me? Car door unlocked, music blaring. That's just normal shit in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's not something I just learned. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that I just got used to doing. And we all got certain things that we do or we done did that's some dumb shit. You know what I mean? And we gotta learn our lesson from it. So no, that ain't nothing I just learned. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just some dumb shit. You feel me? But I guarantee this. I guarantee it won't happen again. You feel me? Nick Warren said that's just ignorance. Okay. You know what I mean? Call it what you want. It's all good. James Cash said Pistons is winning the 2026 Larry O'Brien. they off to a good start, James, but just slow it down right now. You know what I mean on that one. Yeah. Bay Area Block Report, week 10, bro. Like that's the only thing about football season. Football season go by fast, bro. This happens every year. Season to start. Before you know it, you look up, it's already week 10. Before you know it, you look up, after that, it's already the playoffs. Before you know it, after that, it's already the Super Bowl, and then the season is over. So, yeah, the football season go by fast, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it, man. Hands feel ashy. But, yeah, that ain't nothing but a little learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in the chat, don't act like I'm the only nigga that done some dumb shit before. Come on now. All you motherfuckers is some dumb motherfuckers too that did some dumb ass shit. So don't sit there and act like I'm the only one. You feel me? Yeah, we all done some dumb shit before. You feel me? But yeah. Let's get into it. Somebody say I plead the fifth. Oh, messages. James Cash said I plead the fifth. Hey man, everybody speak about their highs and never own up to their lows. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. That was just a little wild. Like that was just a crazy. That never had, like, bro, that ain't never happened to me before. I ain't never had no car stolen. I've had a car broken into before. Once or twice. You know, they got that bad out here in the Bay Area. We call it bipping. You know what I'm saying? They break your window and break in your car, see what you got in there and all that. That's just regular everyday shit in the Bay Area. But as far as like going back to my car and a nigga I don't know, a stranger just sitting in my shit, that shit ain't never happened to me before. I'm talking about Brody was in this motherfucker like this. I said, with the door locked though. That nigga got in and locked the door. I said, nigga, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my shit. That nigga just, oh, my bad, man. He said, man, I didn't touch nothing, man. I didn't touch nothing. I didn't touch nothing. And he was right. He didn't touch nothing. He wasn't lying. He didn't touch nothing. You know what I'm saying? All my shit was in here. You know what I'm saying? But I was tripping on that one. I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really tripping, bro, on that one. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'll be keeping my backpack with me. My backpack always got this in it. You feel me? So I was all the way tripping. You know what I'm saying? I got to take the L on that one. I was all the way tripping. You know what I mean? I had a laptop in my backpack. My wallet was in the car. I don't never keep cash in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? I never keep cash in my wallet, and everything that's in there is replaceable. A couple little cards and shit, but yeah, I was all the way tripping. You know what I mean? Whoever said that's just straight, that was ignorance, you right in the motherfucker. I was a dumb motherfucker for that. You feel me? But I learned my lesson, so I guarantee you it won't happen again. I bet that. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You feel me? Arthur Camp said anybody would be pressed if that happened. Facts. Arthur Camp said, I wish somebody would steal my car, man. Insurance money go hit off the top. You feel me? All right, but yeah, man. Okay, let me see what we got here, man. before week 11 started in the morning. Well, week 11 already done started. You know what I'm saying? Who played Thursday night? I forgot. It don't matter. But the real week 11 start in the morning. So let's recap week 10 real quick. You know what I'm saying? So last Thursday night, we had Raiders Broncos. That was a horrible game. You know what I'm saying? There was no offense being played. Raiders is trash. Broncos have a good record. I'm not a believer in the Broncos, though. I'm sorry. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they keep finding ways to win games. I ain't mad at them. You know what I mean? You are what your record says you are. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a believer in the Broncos at all, bro. Like I just, you know what I mean? I'm just not. They the way they win in a lot of these games is just not convincing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, a win is a win. They beat the Raiders. Jets Patriots. That's right. Jets Patriots was Thursday night. A win is a win. They beat you know what I'm saying? They beat the Raiders, but they beat the Raiders, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Bo Nix, who is they starting quarterback, I believe he a second year dude, 16 of 28, 150 yards passing, 57% completion percentage. He threw a touchdown, but threw 2 interceptions. He didn't play well. You know what I'm saying? They didn't run the ball particularly well. Dobbins ran it. Or not that they didn't run it particularly well. It's just that Dobbins didn't. He ran for 4 yards a carry, 4.2, 18 carries and 77 yards. That's good. You know what I mean? But he didn't go over. You know what I mean? At the rate he was going, 4 or 5 more carries, he would have went over 100. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not a believer in the Broncos because of their offense. You know what I'm saying? Their offense they not a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like at all. And so their record is 8-2. So they got a good record, you know what I'm saying? And if they keep going how they going, then they're gonna win the division. Between either them or the Chargers is gonna win the division. Kansas City ain't out of it. You know what I mean? They still got action to possibly win a division as well. They 5-4. You know what I'm saying? So they only 2 losses behind Denver right now, but they can't win they can't lose. KC can't win too many more games. I mean, KC can't lose too many more games. Or they're not going to win the division. They already most likely not going to win it. I'm just saying they're not out of it. And if they're not out of the running for winning the division, and if they don't win a division, KC I'm talking about, that'll be the first time in the Patrick Mahomes era that they don't win a division. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be something new right there. You feel me? But yeah, I'm not a shout out to the Denver Broncos, 8-2 record. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the lead, in the they in the lead. They in the lead in the AFC West, but I'm not a believer. I'm sorry. Their offense ain't potent enough to me. You know what I'm saying? And the Raiders, they not even, you know what I'm saying? Raiders is straight trash. So, but Denver got the win over the Raiders 10-7. That was absolute horrible game, a god-awful game, right? Boom, bam. All right, next game was in Berlin. I was watching this game. This was a good game. Falcons. The Colts end up pulling it out in overtime, 31-25. So the Colts is now 8-2. Falcons 3-6. You dig? And this was a good game because the Colts looked like they was getting ready to lose this game. You feel me? And they ended up pulling it out in the end. Let me see. So it went. So Gringo 069, what's going down? So it went 7-0, 14-7, 14-14. Then it was 17-14 Falcons. Then it was 17-17. Then it was 24-17. Then it was 24-24. Wait, how the hell? Wait, hold on, bruh. Touchdown, Colts. Touchdown, Falcons. Touchdown, Colts. Touchdown, Falcons. Okay. This how it went. 6-0, 7-6, 13-7, 14-13, 17-13, 17-16, 17-22, 15-22. Okay. I just remember watching the game, and the Falcons was getting ready to win. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel Jones had an okay game. He didn't play particularly well. He made the throws that he needed to make, and he had a big run. He had a big run down the stretch. And he threw a pass to the tight end on 4th down that kept a drive going. You know what I'm saying? That helped them go down there and tie the game and send it to overtime. You know what I'm saying? And then once it got to overtime, what's his face? Let me see. Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, this dude is absolutely balling, bro. Jonathan Taylor. $32 carries for 244 yards, bro. 3 touchdowns. He averaged 7 yards a carry. Loaded Truth, what's going down? He averaged 7 yards a carry. His longest run was 83 yards. It was an 83-yard run. He fumbled it once, but he made up for it. Like, this dude is absolutely balling right now, bro. He's literally in the MVP conversation as a running back. You feel me? The numbers actually don't look. Hey, Lo, it's pouring out. It's pouring up here in Northern Cali. You know what I'm saying? It's pouring down raining, bro. The rain didn't kind of stopped a little bit right now, but it's well, actually, as I'm looking outside, it was raining harder about an hour ago. It's still raining right now, but It then lightened up a little bit. But yeah, it's pouring out here. So Cali, we getting that rain right now. We need it. But Daniel Jones' numbers actually don't look too bad. I just remember watching him, and he had a throw or two, like he threw an interception. He had a throw or two that I know he would love to have back. But the thing about it is, when it came down to it and it was winning time, he made a on third down to, it was like third and 13 or some shit. Third, you know what I mean? Something like that. And then he scrambled for like 12 yards, and then it was like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. And then he threw a pass to the tight end. Like he kind of like just, it was probably a better catch than throw. But you know what I'm saying? He ended up, I'm trying to see if I could, they got some replays and highlights. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see right here. Condensed replay. Let me see. Because I want to remind myself. Where's that? Oh, damn. We can't watch it. Okay, here goes, son. Let me see. Michael back 44 yard. Okay, here we go. Jonathan Taylor, Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, no, for sure. He definitely at least got to win Offensive Player of the Year. No doubt. No doubt.
Penix wants the snap, and he beats the clock. Gets hit hard from the backside. That ball is out, and the Colts have it. Cameron Bynum came from the backside, jarred it away from Michael Penix Jr., and the Colts take over.
Michael Penix ain't playing good right now. I've never been a believer in him.
Jonathan Taylor ducking inside. He is in. A touchdown for Indianapolis, and he has tied the Colts' all-time record with Edgerrin James. This is where he stays in.
Come on, man, get this dark shit out of here. What's going on?
A career-high 5th rushing touchdown in the air for Algier.
I'm trying to play it till it gets to the end.
Fumble, Colts put the ball into the end zone. Hey.
There's that RPO action, and Jonathan Taylor.
Look at this boy. Look at this boy.
Drags multiple defenders down inside the 40. Leading rusher.
Jonathan Taylor is a dog-ass nigga.
Now Jones takes a shot into double coverage. End zone.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Now that's just horrible defense right there. You got two dudes covering him, he still caught it. And it ain't like the nigga that's Randy Moss or some shit. That's a rookie. Y'all let this nigga. Defense in the National Football League is horrible, man.
The ball up and says, hey, protect the football just a little bit.
Look at this. Look at this. Come on, man. It's two of y'all. It's two of y'all. It's two of y'all, man, dog.
Rate has been a little lower this year. Penix floats it. London reaches.
Okay, that's a good throw.
Touchdown, Drake London.
Coach tough.
You're going to see him. You're going to run him on the hook. They're going to pause him here, clear out back behind him, and then they're going to turn him on the wheel.
Coach tough, Earth to Cam.
Jones, deep shot, dangerous.
Picked off. Yeah, he shouldn't do that.
It's Jesse Bates.
He shouldn't have do that. That was a bad pass.
And finally, the whistle blows with 8 seconds left. So
When he threw that, I was like, they gonna say he going back to the New York Giants. Daniel Jones
makes a move to get to the outside and pick up a very good return into Atlanta territory. Bates showing pressure. Here he comes. Now drops back. Jones under pressure.
Come on, then a nigga fumbled. Yeah, that. At that point, I was like, come on, Daniel Jones. You looking like the New York Giants version of Daniel Jones.
That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan
Look at this dude.
Big run. There he goes.
Look at this dude, man.
Takes the lead.
Jonathan Taylor is an animal right now, bro.
Biggest run of his career.
Going down, he's going nowhere.
Hey, load of truth when they play the Chiefs.
Get up there, hug the offensive line, keep the legs moving, and then you see the breakout, explosive speed, a little bit of a stiff arm.
Damn, that nigga is fast.
And he's taking it the distance and gives the Colts the lead once again.
Now they'll go for two.
They had him tackled, and then they let the nigga get away.
Appropriate was Christina Pink's report about Robinson and Taylor, the respect they have, wanting to make a play. Here is Algier looking for the end zone.
Touchdown.
And the lead. Touchdown Atlanta.
I remember that. I remember watching
By
that play.
Jonathan Taylor, and it's been the story of the game. Back and forth, each team coming up with the big play as they
6'1", 230 with track speed. That's why he's a professional. I mean, straight athletic gym. You know what I'm saying?
Raheem Morris and the Falcons opportunity to get to the NFL.
Raheem Morris.
This is the type of game that we are hoping to see tight down the stretch.
Jonathan Taylor is an athletic fucking
one man to beat and a great touchdown saving tackle.
just a beast.
Falcons by Natron Brooks. Otherwise, Abdullah is headed to the house. From 44 to tie the game for the Colts and Badgley.
Okay, next week. Okay.
Level the equalizer with 25 seconds left. Colts bring extra bodies on the blitz on Penix. And Zaire Franklin comes up huge on this drive in overtime.
Penix is he all right, but I ain't.
Drop, floats one deep down the field for Warren. What a catch!
Good pass.
Oh, a pretty grab by the rookie down to the 34-yard line in field goal range. Right back to
Jonathan Taylor, it's a touchdown.
Touchdown Taylor.
Game over. There was There was a play that I was looking for though. Let me see. Taiwan coach. Oh, here you go, right here. This is the one I was looking for.
Under pressure, Jones lofts it up there.
This one right here. This was fourth down right here. So they had to have this or the game was over. And that wasn't an easy throw and it wasn't an easy catch. Look.
Wow, great coverage there by Bowman, who was
dope pass, but it was an even better catch. You know what I'm saying? And the play before that, if I'm not mistaken, the play before Cheyenne, what's going on, boy? Hey, the chef is back. Oh man, I'm doing the Warriors tomorrow. Oh man, that game had me hyped last night, bro. Cheyenne, that game had me hyped last night. Like, yeah, the chef is back. The chef is back. And real quick, Cheyenne, I'm so glad that the Lakers is doing great without LeFraud James. You know what I'm saying? Because what he was trying to do, the play he was trying to make was to do his little passive aggressive shit, fake that injury. You know what I mean? Like I said a few lives ago, an injury that I ain't never heard of in my life. All of a sudden, he got that injury. You feel me? And the play he was trying to pull was I'm going to fake this injury. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to miss the first month or so of the season. The team going to struggle. And then I'm going to show them that they need me. Because he upset and jealous and in his feelings because the Lakers is basically handing the keys over to Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? So it's backfiring on him. The team is doing well. Austin Rivers is taking off. So, but I'm gonna get to that tomorrow. But yeah, the play before that fourth down play, Daniel Jones, it was 3rd and like 12 or something. And he dropped back, couldn't find nobody, and then scrambled, you know what I'm saying, to get close enough, you know, for that fourth down play to be manageable or convertible or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So Daniel Jones' numbers look all right, but I was watching the game, and he kind of played a little bit worse than what the numbers say, but he still played. He did what he was supposed to do when it was time, when it was winning time. You feel me? Cheyenne said Lakers fanboys was clowning the Warriors when they got blown out by the Thunder, only for their own team to get blown out by the same team, even worse. Yeah, the Thunder is. Hey, the Thunder kind of reminded me of what we did in 15-16. You feel me? When we won a championship and then double back the next year and won 73 games, I'm like, damn, them niggas look real. They looking serious right now. But I'm gonna get to basketball tomorrow. But yeah, the coach went on ahead and pulled it out over the Falcons. The Falcons had like a 2 or 3 week run a few weeks ago where it kind of looked like, okay, Cheyenne, for sure, tap in with your boy. It's all good. Cheyenne is one of my to everybody in the chat, Cheyenne is one of my first initial, you know what I mean, subscribers that would always tap in with me, you know what I'm saying, when I first started doing Snax on Sports. It'd be like, it used to be like only him up in this thing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Cheyenne is one of the originals. Load of Truth say Daniel Jones got mad weapons. Yeah, he do. But the Falcons, they had like a 2-3 week run a few weeks back. And then they ran into us, the Niners, and we gave them a loss. And then since then, they ain't been doing too well. But the week before they played us, they beat the Bills. You know what I'm saying? And they was looking like they possibly could make a little bit of noise. But Michael Penix is I'm not a believer in him either, bro. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. You know, I know he's still young. You know what I mean? It's still time for him to prove that, you know what I'm saying, that he could be a solid quarterback in the league. I mean, I'm not gonna say he trash, but I'm just not a believer, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just for the long term, I'm not a believer in Michael Penix, bro. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? He was 12 or 28. He, bro, 40. He only completed 42% of his passes, bro. Like that's an F. That's an F, big dog. Like in today's NFL, to be a quarterback and only complete 42% of your passes, bro, when the rules is geared towards the offense being successful, and you still only complete 42% of your pass, like that's atrocious. That's absolutely atrocious. Like who are you throwing the ball to? You know what I'm saying? That tells me you got no type of accuracy, man. You got no, like, you know what I mean? You got no accuracy at all. You know what I mean? He got that weird left-handed arm, that weird wind up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a believer, bro. He gonna have to show it to me. But they do got B-Jada Robinson. You know what I mean? He one of the more doper running backs in the league. But overall, the Falcons, they had a little run a couple weeks ago where they looked like they could possibly make some noise, but they revealing themselves to be RIP Denny Green. You know what I'm saying? They are who we thought they were. You know what I mean? They not finna do nothing. And Raheem Morris, he probably gonna get canned at the end of the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get canned. It's bad. It's bad. They finna get his black ass up out of there. I'm just saying. All right, bam. What we got next? Saints, Panthers. Saints beat the Panthers to get their second win of the year. How that happened, Panthers? You know, it's any given Sunday, so. But the Saints beat the Panthers. Final score 17-7. The Saints, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who. I think the other quarterback they had got hurt. But Low the Truth said we play them in a couple weeks. The Colts. Hey, yeah. We got the Colts coming up. But I'm gonna get to the Niners, but for the Niners, bro, Purdy will be back, and we 6-4. I'm not trying to look too far ahead, right? But the next 4 games, like we play the Cardinals. I know we play the Cardinals tomorrow, and then I know we got the Bears. We got I think we got the Titans, and we got somebody else, and then we play the Colts. But the Niners, I'm thinking we should go 3-1 over the next 4 games, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we should at least go 3-1. Definitely no less than 2-2 to get us to that. If we go 2-2, that'll get us to 8-6. But I'm thinking after these next 4 games, we should be 9-5. Cool Raptor always talking about he missing somebody. You understand me? Nigga always coming up in here with the, you know what I mean, with the pauseness. You feel me? Earth the Cam said, speaking of beating the Bills, so my fans, oh yeah, the Dolphins. Yeah, it's any given Sunday, bro. You never know what can happen. But yeah, the Saints, I don't know who. It seems like every week they got somebody different quarterbacking. You know what I mean? They had some other nigga quarterbacking with some weird name. I forgot. I think he got hurt. So this other dude, Show. Shoe. I don't know who the hell that is, but he played solid. Yeah, I see why they won now. He played solid, 19 of 27, 282 yards, You know what I'm saying? Completed 70% of his passes, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. You feel me? Alvin Kamara helped out a little bit in the running game. Olave did his thing. So I see why the Saints won. They had a solid team offensively, right? And then let me look at the Panthers. Yeah, Bryce Young, every week, this looks to be his numbers. He always throw for like anywhere from like 120 to 170 yards passing. He don't never go above that. Cool Raptor say, how you been? Oh man, everything's solid, man. Everything's solid, man. But yeah, Bryce Young is they gotta let him open it up, man. Because he don't never throw for nothing over 170 yards. You feel me? No touchdowns, an interception. You feel me? But I mean, you know, that's pretty much it for that. Like, this is not a very interesting game right here. And the Saints pulled it out. Oh, we got the Panthers. Oh yeah. So out of the next 4 games, we got the Cardinals, we got the Panthers, we got the Bears, and we got the Titans. You feel me? I think we got the Panthers. And so, yeah, we should definitely be 3-1 after these next 4 weeks. You feel me? Facts. All right. Next game. Giants, Bears. The Bears keep finding a way to pull it out in the end. You know what I'm saying? So the Bears end up getting a win over the Giants 24-20. Oh boy got fired. You feel me? They got their coach fired. Ballhead dude. Cool Raptor says, is that your old picture when you were young? What picture are you talking about? Raphael Ace Vito said, let's get that offense rolling, baby. Go Broncos. Yeah, I'm not a believer in your Broncos, bro. I know y'all got a good record. Y'all doing y'all thing. Cold Raptor. So that picture is from some years ago. Yeah, but that was a real authentic picture that was took, and one of my graphic dudes took it, ran it through his little graphic system. You know what I'm saying? Put some, you know what I mean? Put some glasses on my face, because that came from I got my own record label. I own a record label. It's called Geek Squad Music Group. You know what I'm saying? So that was just kind of like the little geeky look I was going for. You know what I'm saying? With the crown on my head. So yeah, that photo, that graphic right there, yeah, that's from probably about like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. So yep, that's from a while back, but it's an oldie, but it's a goodie, so I just keep rocking with it. I ain't no need to change it. At least not right now. I may change it sometime in the future. But so the Bears keep finding a way to pull out wins in the fourth quarter. And that's good that they doing that. they 6-3 now. They 6-3, and but I don't know if that if like, so I don't know if that transitions to like next year. So meaning like they're finding a way to win games, right? And they find themselves, the Bears keep finding themselves down in games, and then they'll come back in the fourth quarter and win at the end. But you're not gonna be like that. That's not a surefire way to, like, you don't want to keep leaning on that. You know what I'm saying? To try and win games, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of luck in that. Sometimes you can get a string of luck, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, are they really improving as a team, or are other teams just finding a way to lose these games in the end? Are they really improving as a team? And this can be something that can translate into like future years, or is this going to be something to where like that just lasts for this year, where they are finding ways to win games in the end, but they not really improving as a team, and then next year come around and the same games that they was winning this year, they don't find a way to win them next year type shit. You feel me? So, but it's working for them for right now, but you can't rely on, you know, last minute wins all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's just not going, you can't rely on that. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at, so yep, it was 20-10 Giants, then it was 2017 Giants, and then they end up winning in the end 24-20. So, but yeah, the Giants fired their coach, and Jackson Dart, I believe they sitting Bruh down. And Jameis Winston is gonna start. You feel me? I will put Russell Wilson back in there, but I guess they're gonna let Jameis Winston do his thing. Bears rookie head coach from being a Lions OC look legit. Yeah, oh yeah, I know he from the. I know their head coach is from the is the former OC of the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe there's a somewhat of like some improvement there. I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that the way they've been pulling these games out, a win is a win. I ain't gonna never shit on nobody winning, but you can't keep relying on that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't keep relying on last minute wins and pulling out wins at the end. You know what I mean? You know, 2-minute drill kind of drives, and you know what I mean? You just that's not going. That's not sustainable. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, why do they keep finding themselves down? You know what I'm saying? In all of these games, to where they got to end up making a comeback in the end. You feel me? James Cash said Bills winning it all. The Bills don't look good right now at all. I ain't even going front, James. Let me look at. But Caleb Williams do seem to be improving, though. You know what I'm saying? Overall, he seemed to be improving. He was 20 of 36. He only completed 55% of his passes. That could be better. 220 yards passing, a touchdown, no interceptions. He got some help from the running game. In total, there was 28 runs for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns from 3 different running backs, or actually 2 different running backs, and then Caleb Williams himself ran it 8 times for 63 yards and a touchdown. So Caleb is starting to kind of like get the hang of the NFL game, and he's looking a little bit more comfortable week after week. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give it to him. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that you can't keep relying on that on last minute victories. You know what I'm saying? Eventually that's gonna catch up to you. And then the Giants, Jackson Dart was 19 to 29, 242 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 65% completion percentage. Russell Wilson ended up getting in the game. I don't know if something happened to Jackson Dart or what, but Russell Wilson was 3 of 7 for 45 yards. But I believe they finna start Jameis Winston now. You feel me? Load of Truth says Steelers is mid. Yeah, they are. But yeah, you know, Bears pulled it out. They 6-3. Giants is 2-8 now. And the Giants look like they kind of improving. They've had a lot of tough losses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their losses are close losses. They like the opposite of the Bears. They didn't have a lot of close games. They didn't even lay it in a lot of their games for the majority of the game, and then they end up losing in the end. So that's like the flip side to what the Bears have been doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Bears got the win 24-20 over the Giants. You feel me? So let me go to the next game. Jaguars, Texans. Texans beat the Jaguars 36-29. Texans 4-5 now. Jaguars 5-4. And yeah, CJ, what's his name? CJ Stroud is hurt right now. His backup, is it David Mills? His backup played pretty well. Threw for 292 yards, 27 of 45, 60% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And they scored they scored 36 points. So the offense don't look like they skipping a beat without CJ Stroud. I know it's only 1 week, but and then in the running game, For the Houston Texans, Nick Chubb was 5 carries for 47 yards, no touchdowns. Marks, W. Marks, 4 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown. Overall, Houston ran it 22 times for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns from 4 different runners. That's pretty solid. Collins, 7 receptions, 136 yards. Schultz, 7 receptions for 53 yards and a touchdown. So the Texans played well offensively. It looked like they won because of their offense. Now let me look at the Jags. Trevor Lawrence, 13 of 23, 158 yards, 56% completion percentage, a touchdown, an interception. He played okay. He didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Loaded Truth said Trevor a buzz. The thing about Trevor is like, he's not consistent. You know what I'm saying? He'll play well one game, then he'll have 2 bad games in a row. Then he'll have 2 good games in a row. Then he'll play bad. Then he'll play okay. Then he'll play bad again. Then he'll play good. Then he'll play like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just not consistent. He's not consistent. And at this point, I just think that's the type of quarterback he gonna be. You know what I'm saying? He's just not consistent enough. But I see how you could call him a bust. You know what I'm saying? Because he just he's inconsistent. You feel me? And inconsistency is not that ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So they probably gonna be, so the Jags is probably gonna be in the hunt for a quarterback after his contract is up. You know, they wouldn't pay him all that money, so they gonna, and he's not, like I said, I see how you can call him a bust, but he does show some signs of, you know, like sometimes that, you know what I mean, he could be a good quarterback. He just don't do it consistent enough. So he sometimes he plays well enough just for them to be able to, you know, play out his contract, and then they probably gonna be in the hunt for a new quarterback. Because you gotta be consistent, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, they 5-4, so that's not horrible, but you know, that's not horrible. But with Trevor Lawrence, they always gonna be like just okay. You know what I mean? Davis Mills played college ball across the street. Where he played college ball at? 55 million for Trevor Lawrence. That's just, I think they gave him that money after they gave him that money after that 1 year that he had when the Jaguars, they kind of did well that year, made the playoffs, and I think that was that year where they end up beating the Chargers in the playoffs after being down 28-0, and then they came back and won the game. You know what I'm saying? This was I believe a year or two before Jim Harbaugh became their head coach. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. They gave him that money after he had that one solid year, you know what I mean? They're like, all right, boom, bam, we got our quarterback. Let's just pay him and get it out the way. But now it's looking like, damn, 55 million. Like, yeah, y'all overpaid for that. Straight up. But I understand it to be the going rate for a quarterback, but I mean, damn, bro. Like, I think Baker, because Baker Mayfield was kind of like in a prove it kind of scenario over the past few years before he came to the Bucks, you know what I'm saying? But even them, they didn't just break the bank, you know what I mean? They paid him like 35 million, you know what I'm saying? Like, Baker should be getting the 55 and Trevor Lawrence should be getting the 35. You feel me? But, you know, that's it for that game. You know what I mean? Ain't really too much else to talk about with that. You know what I mean? Texans end up pulling it out. Davis Mills went to Stanford? Damn. I was just at Stanford too, like probably about an hour ago. I was just at Stanford not too long ago. That shit damn near right up the street. I was just over there at Stanford driving Uber, picking people up, dropping them off. You feel me? Davis Mills went to Stanford, though. I guess I did know that, and I just wasn't even tripping. But Bills, Dolphins. Next game, the Dolphins beat the Bills 30-13. In a shocker. An absolute shocker. Not a shocker from the standpoint of like, it's impossible for the Bills to be beat, but just a shocker from the standpoint of, I mean, the Dolphins is straight butt cheeks this year, man. Understand me? And the Bills is they up and down. I mean, they still got a good record. They 6-3, but it feels like Josh Allen gotta be Superman, bro. Facts, low the truth. Baker and Sam Darnold, them teams got straight deals for them. I'm going to tell you what, though. Sam Darnold ain't going for that after this year. It's 2 years in a row now. Yeah, somebody going to have to break the bank. Somebody going to have to break the bank. He going, nah. He ain't finna be no more 30s. You understand me? I need to be in them 50s, cuz. Straight up. You feel me? But it's any given Sunday in the NFL. So these things happen. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when I'm talking about the Dolphins and the Bills, these things happen. You know what I'm saying? You go into a game thinking that one team is going to win, and they just don't show up, or they just lay an egg and went to bed. You feel me? And Miami came out and put belt to ass, man. You understand me? Josh Allen numbers don't look bad. 28 of 40, 306 yards passing, 70% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, an interception. He was sacked 3 times. The running game was he spread the ball around. Let me look at the Dolphins. Damn, Tua didn't even really play that well. 15 to 21, He completed 71% of his passes, but he only threw for 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he threw 2 interceptions. Tua overrated, bro. Tua overrated like a mofo. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Okay, I see why they won though. This is why the Dolphins won. 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. The longest run was 59 yards. Multiple runs of over 20 yards by a Kane. I don't know how you pronounce his name. But the Bills couldn't stop a nosebleed. That's what happened. They got the ball ran right down their throat. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. You feel me? So that's what that was. But yeah, that's why James Cash, if you still in here, man, when it comes to the Bills, I'm gonna have to see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to see it. You know what I'm saying? Even after them beat the Chiefs in the regular season a couple weeks ago, if they was to meet in the playoffs, if that boy James Cash, I'm rolling up. If they was to meet in the playoffs, I'm still going with the Chiefs. I don't care what happened in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? I need to, certain teams, you gotta break through for me in order for me to really, you know what I'm saying, be a believer. You just gotta break through, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the Bills is too up and down for me. As far as like, not up and down meaning like they're a mediocre team, but you never know when they gonna lay an egg, bro. Like they, you know what I'm saying? They can lay an egg at any time. You feel me? I don't care what you say. They wasn't supposed to lose to the Dolphins, bro. You're not supposed to lose that game. I understand it's any given Sunday. You know what I mean? And it's hard to win in the NFL. But nah, bro. They wasn't supposed to lose to the Bills. I mean to the Dolphins, bro. Facts. They wasn't supposed to do that. I mean, Kane was killing their ass. So I showed y'all what he did running wise, and then he caught 6 passes too for 51 yards. Jalen Waddle caught 5 for 84 and a touchdown. Philly and Buffalo in the finals. What, the NBA finals? Or no, you said Buffalo. So no, you talking about the Super Bowl. That would be a good Super Bowl matchup. But and I ain't mad at you for standing on that, but for the Bills, I gotta see it. If they gonna make the Super Bowl, I gotta actually see them do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they wet the bed too much, man. And the history of their team says that they're gonna wet the bed. You feel me? Like, I know it's a long time ago, but we all know about the 4 consecutive Super Bowl appearances, but losses. Like, damn, how you go to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, you don't win not one? Not one? I mean, damn. Like you were supposed to get at least one of them. If the Bills would have won just one of those, if they would have got just one of those Super Bowl victories, you feel me? They would be looked at totally different. You feel me? They would be looked at totally different. Even if they would have just got one. But to lose all four, you know what I mean? Like, that's just unacceptable. Facts. Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time, man. Share the live one time. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so now the Bills wasn't supposed to lose that. So yeah, they too up and down for me. They gonna make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, yeah, no, you're right, James Cash. Sports is unpredictable like that. For right now, shit, it looks like the Pats gonna win that division. Patriots is playing out. The Patriots are like, bro, the Patriots already got 9 wins. I had the Patriots winning 9 games the whole year. You feel me? They still got what? They 9-2. So they got another 6 games and they already done won 9 games. Like the New England Patriots are a year or 2 ahead of schedule. You know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to be this good already. All right, next game. Ravens, Vikings. Ravens pulled it out 27-19. They 4-5 now. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings dropped to 4-5. And Baltimore got action. Because what you say earlier, Load of Truth, Pittsburgh is mid. Pittsburgh they just mid, bro. Like, they just are. You know what I'm saying? I believe they got out to that good start. I think they was like, how many? Pittsburgh done lost, 2 in a row or something like that? I think there was 5-2 at one point, right? Let me see. I'm looking at it right now, my fault. No, so Pittsburgh, the reason why they looking down right now is because they haven't lost 2 in a row. They didn't lose their last 2 because they beat the Colts the week before last, but they've lost 3 out of their last 4. So week 8, they lost to Green Bay. So week 7 they lost to Cincinnati. I mean, you ain't supposed to lose that game. But just like James Cash says, sports is unpredictable. But they lost to Cincinnati in week 7, 33-31. Then week 8 they lost to the Packers, 35-25. Then week 9 they beat the Colts 27-20, and then last week they lost to the Chargers. So they've lost 3 out of their last 4. So they trending downward right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it feels like, as you said, Load of Truth, they feel mid right now. You know what I'm saying? Because the last 4 weeks they've lost 3 games. And so what that has done is It's allowed for Baltimore to still be able to hang around. Baltimore is only 1 game back. After it looked like Baltimore was absolutely finished without Lamar Jackson. Now he's back. They've won 2 games in a row. They were 2-5. Now they're 4-5. Pittsburgh is 5-4. You know what I'm saying? And Baltimore is only 1 game back. And as of right now, I'm putting my money on, as long as Lamar Jackson stay healthy, I'm putting my money on Baltimore. DBBB, what's going on with you? Womp womp. Lamar lost so many games because of his hammy injury. Facts. But if Lamar Jackson stays healthy, Baltimore gonna win that division. They're gonna surpass Pittsburgh, because I agree with you, Lo. Pittsburgh is mid. They just okay. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see Pittsburgh ending the season off like 9-8, 8-9, something like that. They end up being like 9-8, 8-9, and Baltimore gonna end up being like 10-7. You feel me? Baltimore gonna end up being like 10-7. And Pittsburgh gonna end up like 9-8. And Baltimore gonna win that division. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And Lamar Jackson didn't just, you know what I mean? Look at his stats. He didn't have a typical Lamar Jackson game. 17-29, 176 yards. Only completed 58% of his passes. A touchdown. No interceptions, though. And Derrick Henry didn't go super crazy. So Pittsburgh definitely had an opportunity to win the game. I mean, the Vikings. Let me look at the Vikings stats. I got to put this phone on the charger. Oh, J.J. McCarthy back. 20 of 42, 47% completion percentage. That's god awful. Straight cheeks, man. 2 interceptions. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy played like straight up manure, man. Facts. Yeah, he did that. Tomlin gets into the playoffs by the skin of his teeth every year. That's been my thing. Listen, a year or two ago, I got into a back and forth with some of my homies on Facebook about Mike Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I understand that Mike Tomlin is a great coach. I always root for black coaches, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the homies, they just be rooting for him just to an argument with some of the homies about Mike Tomlin versus Kyle Shanahan. And this was, a year or two ago. And I'm like, bro, right now, Kyle Shanahan is a better coach. You know what I'm saying? This is like, it wasn't even 2 years ago. It was just like last year. When you look at the past 5 years, Kyle Shanahan has been a better coach. Okay? His teams have been more successful than Mike Tomlin's over the past 5 years. That's not saying Mike Tomlin is not a great head coach. We're not trying to take away the Super Bowl ring and the 2 Super Bowl appearances and all that. But, bro, they haven't won a playoff game since 2016, bro. Okay? That's going on 10 years. And my main point was because everybody is, he's never had a losing record, as a head coach. Commendable. But y'all gotta, I put it in the context. Y'all gotta understand. This is what I was telling some of my homies. Y'all gotta understand. It was a lot of 8-8s in there. Okay? So, like I said, it's commendable to have been the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers or any team since what? 2008, I believe he's been there. They won the Super Bowl his second year as head coach. And that was 2009. So yeah, he's been there since 2008. He's been there since 2008. But what was I gonna say? But my thing is, it's like the last 8 or 9 years, 10 years is the last decade. It's been a lot of 8-8s in there. So they making it seem like when they say, "Oh, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season," they making it seem like he going, back when it was 16 games, back when teams played 16 games. See, they making it seem like he go 13-3 every year, 12-4, or 11-5 or some shit. Nah, it's been a lot of them years he's been 8-8. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool, but it's like you got to put context to it. Load of truth, but pisses me off. I mean, I kind of get it, but y'all done heard me say this, man. You probably done heard me say this before, Lo. Like, my thing is like this, bro. I understand it may be certain times within certain games that we may want, a particular play style or a particular play to be called over what Kyle Shanahan called, or after seeing the result of a failed play, oh, you should have did this, you should have did that. My thing is always this, and I always relate this to Steve Kerr too, is that I'm not saying you, Lo, but I'm saying that I listen to sports talk radio every day, and I hear these fans calling in, bro, like they think they know more than the coach, bro. Like they think they know that like they could do a better job than the actual head coach, bro. I'm telling y'all right now, 100% of fans that call into radio shows complaining about a coach and this and that, not 99%, 100% of fans would not be able to do a better job than either Steve Kerr or Kyle Shanahan. It's just facts. Kyle Shanahan is one of the premier coaches in the NFL. And I base that off of his track record. You know what I'm saying? I base things off of, look at the team that he took over. When Jed York hired him as head coach, he told Jed York, bro, your roster is absolutely atrocious. Like, we're going to need to do an overhaul. So my thing is, all you want as a fan of a team, bro, is you just want to have a chance. Like, you just want to be in contention. You just want to know that you're going to be in contention every year. The one thing we know with Kyle Shanahan as the head coach is that between him and John Lynch, they know how to put a good team together. Okay. And you know that the team is going to be a good team and they're going to contend. Yeah, every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They may have a down year like last year, but just look at this year. All I got to do is take this year. Like, bro, if before the season, if before the season this year, if you told us as fans of the 49ers that, hey, you're going to be without your starting quarterback for 8 out of the first 10 games. Your all-pro tight end, the best tight end in the league, is going to miss the first 5 or 6 weeks after getting hurt in week 1. Okay? The best linebacker in the league hurt and going to be done for the remainder of the year. One of the premier pass rushers in Nick Bosa, top 5 in the league, is going to once again tear his ACL and is going to be out for the season. Like, these are all pro players, bro. Like, these are some of the best players, if not the best players at their position. Okay? And then countless other injuries. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. Now I understand taking last game out of it against the Rams. Okay. And I'm going to get to that. Okay. Before that game, we were 6-3. There's no, with all the injuries that we've had this year, if you would have told us that we was going to sustain all the injuries that we've sustained this year so far, there's no way that you would have said that we would be 6-3, bro. Like, there's absolutely no way. So this is because we at least have to me, I feel like Kyle Shanahan is the best coach in the league. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But even if somebody don't want to say that, he's at least top 3. You got him, you got Andy Reid, you got Sean McVay, Nick Sirianni, you know what I'm saying? Oh boy with the Mike Vrabel, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Kyle Shanahan, with any other coach, if any other coach put any other coach in the position that Kyle Shanahan has been in this year, after nine games, the Niners are not 6-3. You know what I'm saying? It's because he knows he's a great coach. He knows how to call games. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he knows how to call games, and he knows how to put a roster together. Okay? So it was a good thing that they went out and got Mac Jones. You feel me? That you know, he deserves credit for that. And you know, you'll hear, like, another thing is you'll hear fans talk about draft picks. They missed on this player, they missed on that player, they missed on this player, they missed on that player, blah 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 blah. Like, bro, for one, not every team and every general manager / coach hits on every draft pick. That's one. For two, so fans are just going to focus on all the draft picks that didn't work out and not focus on the draft picks that did. Like fans be like, oh man, you know, he can't draft and they can't draft this and that. Blah, blah. Oh, really? What about Nick Bosa? What about Fred Warner? What about Deebo Samuel? What about Brock Purdy? You know what I'm saying? What about Deommodore Lenoir? What about Kyle Juszczyk? What about Brandon Ayuk? Like, what are we talking about here? And then when we go on to talk about not even just draft picks, but some free agent signings, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey. I know he wasn't a free agent signing; he was a trade. But I'm just saying, my whole point in this about Kyle Shanahan is to say, no, I'm not saying that he's perfect, but what I'm saying is, look at what he took over and what he's turned it into. We've been to 4 NFC championship games and 2 Super Bowls. And he's done it with multiple quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that tells you right there how great of a coach that he is. Yeah, we're going to be upset at certain times when he may make certain calls and it don't work out, and we look back on it like, oh, you should have. But I'm not one of the fans that make it seem like I know more than him. You know what I'm saying? Or I could do a better job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's proven enough to me for me to trust him, to know that I'd rather have him than not have him. And he's proven enough to me just to show me that he know what the fuck he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he just do. Always keep it in context. You know what I'm saying? I may feel like sometimes, you know, in those Super Bowls, he's been a little, conservative at times, and maybe should have been a little bit more aggressive at times or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think those are things that he can learn from. And I just know that we're a much better team having him as the head coach than not. You know what I'm saying? That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? And I know that with him as our head coach, we're always going to have a chance. And we're always going to be in contention for something, either a division title or to make a deep run in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He's proven it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only now, if we had somebody like Mike Tomlin, now I'm not trying to say, like I said, Mike Tomlin is a great coach. What I'm saying, if Kyle Shanahan had done what Mike Tomlin has done the past 10 years, missed the playoffs, barely make the playoffs, and then and lose, miss the playoffs, and just be mediocre the past 10 years, then I'll be like, yeah, get his ass up out of here, bro. You know what I mean? But, like I said, just look at this year, bro. Like, everything that we want to do right now is still ahead of us, bro. And this is through a season where we've been absolutely ravished by injuries, bro. And they finding a way to win games and keep it together. Lord of Truth said Kyle running CMC into the ground. So that's also something that I just disagree with, bro, because I'm not saying that. So this is why I disagree with that. The reason why is because last year, CMC strong-armed the team for more money. They paid him the money, and then he wasn't available to play. Like he strong-armed the team and asked the team for more money. They gave him more money, and then you got hurt, nigga. So this year, oh yeah, no, you like especially through all the injuries that we've had. Oh no, we got to we fit to lean on you. Oh yeah, we fit to lean on you. I understand. I'm not saying it's his fault that he got hurt or but I'm saying, bro, come on, man, don't ask for more money and then don't be available to play. Nah. We nah. So all Kyle Shanahan is doing this year is making up here because he wasn't available for the majority of the year. You know what I'm saying? Now you available and other players ain't. Like if Kyle Shanahan had not used CMC this year, we not 6-3 after 9 games. Facts. And there's been games that, so like for example, that Houston Texans game, he didn't run CMC into the ground. Christian McCaffrey only had like 8 carries that game because we was behind so much. The offense couldn't do nothing the whole game. So there's been games where CMC hasn't been ran into the ground. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I'm like my thing is like they do the same thing in basketball. They saying the same thing with Steph Curry and all this. Oh man, we don't want to overwork them. We don't want to, man, bullshit. Give me some of that $60 million back then. Ain't no, we don't want to run them into the ground and we don't want to overwork them and all this. So man, I don't want to hear none of that. Why am I paying you $60 million a year? I'm talking about Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I paying all of these players all this money for them to like go half speed and not, go full throttle and shit? No, fuck that. Nah, I don't, you're overworking them. You're up now. You ain't you ain't overworking them. If you feel like you being overworked, let me get some of that $60 million back then. give me some of that $60 million back. Yeah. Nah, we not doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I kind of disagree with that, because you know what I'm saying? You getting paid to play football, bro. You know, it's football. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand, but it is what it is, bro. Like we don't really have any other choice this year. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really a whole bunch of other weapons out there. You know what I mean? Everybody been getting hurt and shit. You feel me? B-Rob getting 5 a carry, but getting 10 carries. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I can't agree with you with. I do kind of sometimes wonder, like, okay, why bruh ain't carrying a little bit more of the load, but still, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at it, bro. That's just my personal opinion. I feel you, but my personal opinion is I don't mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind Christian McCaffrey getting 25, 30 carries a game, catching 7, 8, 9, 10 balls a game. I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hey, nigga, you are a workhorse. You wanted that money. Yeah, you gonna earn this money, big dog. Yeah, you finna earn this. Facts. Loda said, love you, brother, but our offense is capped. What you mean? Like, what you mean? What you mean our offense capped? Because, like I said, bro, you got to understand, bro, like, Pearsall been hurt. Ayuk still out. George Kittle just came back a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Debo gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but we like for me, the whole thing about it is like we're finding ways to win still. And our defense is way worse than the offense. I mean, the defense is atrocious at times. Like, it's like, come on, man. No pressure on the opposing quarterback at all. You feel me? Like, none. So I'm just like, I'm just saying that, you know, like our offense has done well. Like I can look at Mac Jones's numbers throughout the games he's been playing. Go look at Christian McCaffrey's overall numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick Bourne. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have. So we've been finding a way to still get some production, like, you know what I mean, and still put some points on the board. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, our offensive line ain't good. You know what I'm saying? That kind of more goes to my point. We still finding ways to win. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, we 6-4. So that's my thing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just overall saying that for me, that so I'm just overall saying for me that I don't believe with any other coach. You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle Shanahan is a great coach. Like that cannot be disputed. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want, not necessarily you, but I'm saying if Niner fans don't want Kyle Shanahan as the head coach, who do you want? Like, this is what I gotta remember what the team was before him. You know what I'm saying? And I always say this, that, you know, because people want to say these type of things, replace the head coach, this and that. You got to understand, if you replace the head coach, everything else changes too. See, people think that you just replace the head coach and then everything stays the same. So if you replace the head coach, that means everything that he's done, like the team building and all of that, that goes out the window too. You know what I mean? Now somebody else comes in and they bring their own philosophies, their own building kind of philosophies and structure into it. You know what I'm saying? And everything else don't just stay the same. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just know, like, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. And when you got a great coach, you know what I mean? A coach that then, like, it's not like he's like he's proven it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing he hasn't done is actually close the deal and won the Super Bowl. And to be honest with you, that's not even necessarily his fault. That's the players on the field. Do so much. We got a coach that's going to put us in position to be successful. It's on the players to actually get the job done on the field, though. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Shanahan can't close the deal. You know what I mean? He can only put the players in position to be able to close the deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why the players get paid more money than the coach, because they're actually on the field. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't rather have no other coach but Kyle Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I mean? And I look at track record and what he's done, how the team has looked up under his tutelage. You know what I'm saying? And we've been to 4 NFC championship games, bro. Like, and we've done it with quarterbacks that, you know, like he's done it with multiple quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So he's been to 2 Super Bowls with 2 different quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. All right, let me see. Let's go to the next one. But yeah, I was just saying that off of Mike Tomlin. I love Mike Tomlin as a head coach, but come on now. You know what I mean? He's been mediocre over the past 10 years, but he's still living off that Super Bowl from 2009. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, come on now. All right, who's next? Browns, Jets. I'm not finna stay on this game for too long. Like, it's the Browns and the Jets. Like, come on, man. The doo-doo Browns and the booger green Jets. Jets got the win, 27-20 over the Browns. Let me see. All messages. Come on, man, go back, bro. Okay, so yeah, the Jets got the win over the Browns. Both teams are 2-7 now. Browns fall to 2-7. The Jets improve to 2-7. Dan Gabriel, 17-32, 167 yards, 53% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns. He's a rookie, so give him a little bit of a pass. But yeah, I mean, you know, this game, you know, there's nothing to talk about, bro. Justin Fields, bro, was 6 of 11, dog. Like, they don't let this man throw at all, bro. Like, that's just sad, bro. He damn near like not even a quarterback, bro. 6 for 11 for 54 yards. This man threw for 54 yards, bro. Okay. 54% completion percentage, a touchdown, an interception, 3 sacks. I mean, come on, man. Like, they leaning on the run game, bro. Like, this is just ridiculous. No receiver had more than 1 catch. So, yeah, I mean, that game ain't even worth doing a whole bunch of recap on. But the Jets won. They got the win over the Browns, 27-20. Next game. Patriots, Buccaneers. Patriots beat the Bucks 28-23. I mean, what else can I say, bro? And that's a good. This is a good matchup right here because you got 2 teams, two great teams. Drake May, he just keep performing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, he didn't have a high completion percentage. You know, he was 16 of 31. That's a little bit over 50%. That's 51% to be exact. But he threw for 270 yards, 2 touchdowns. He threw one interception, but you know what I mean? But they ran the ball well. 14 attempts for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns for Henderson. Is it Travis Henderson? Hollins, 6 catches, 106 yards. Stephon Diggs, 5 catches for 46 yards. You know, the Pats, like I said, man, the Patriots are a year or two ahead of schedule, bro. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not supposed to be doing this year. I mean, they are, because they doing it. But, you know, I would have thought that they would be doing this next year or the year after. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is this ain't Mike Vrabel's first go round, you know what I mean? You know, around the you know, he did well with the Titans, but this is his first year as the head coach of the New England Patriots. And this is Drake May. Even though Drake May, I believe this is his sophomore year. He's not a rookie, but this is his first full season as a starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So he's extremely inexperienced, bro. And he don't look like it at all. He looked like a 5-year veteran, straight up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy to see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see it because everybody thought the Buffalo Bills was just going to run away with this division. And the New England Patriots said, hold up, hold my beer. Here, let me show y'all something real quick. You feel me? So, I love it. I absolutely love it. And then on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side, the talk about Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay has kind of quieted a little bit over the past few weeks. You know what I'm saying? I think they've lost like 2 of their last 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Baker Mayfield's still playing well, but he's kind of, you know what I mean, quieted down a little bit. Baker Mayfield, 28 of 43, 273 yards, 65% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He still played well. Baker Mayfield still playing well. Egbuka, 6 catches, 115 yards and a touchdown. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Baker still played well. And it was a good game. After 1 quarter, it was tied up 7-7. At halftime, it was 14-10. After 3, it was 21-16. And both teams scored a touchdown in the 4th quarter, so it ended up being 28-23. So it was a good game. Let me see. I'm trying to see the Buccaneers. Let me see replay. Let me see recap. How did I check it the last time, bro? NFC South. Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, full schedule. So Tampa Bay the hell? Okay. Tampa Bay, no thanks. So they lost to New England. They beat New Orleans. Yeah. So, yeah, Tampa Bay has lost 2 of their last 3 games. So, it seemed like they didn't that's why they losing a little bit of steam as far as like being talked about. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Ain't no thing. It's ebbs and flows. You did. It was a good game. Teams. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. You niggas, whole ass niggas. Y'all boys don't even get paid attention to, boy. Good looking on tuning in though. Good looking for the view, bitch boy. Who next? Seahawks, Cardinals. Seahawks. Seahawks balling. Seahawks beat the Cardinals 44-22. Seahawks balling. Seahawks straight balling, bro. They looking like one of the best teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? Jacoby Brissett. Let me go to the Seahawks. Oh yeah, okay. I remember this game. Yeah, they was blowing their ass out. 35-0. Seahawks was up 35-0 at one point. You know what I'm saying? Then, they let their foot off the gas. Sam Darnold didn't have to do too much, you know what I mean? So his stats look like 10 of 12, 178 yards, 83% completion percentage, a touchdown, an interception. He didn't have to do too much because they was blowing their ass out. So that's the reason why his stats look kind of pedestrian, so to speak. They was blowing their ass out. Smith and Jigba, the boy balling. Okay? But everybody's stats look kind of like mediocre because they didn't have to do hella. You know what I'm saying? And Jigba had 5 catches, 93 yards, a touchdown. That's a good game. Charbonnet, 14 carries, 83 yards, a touchdown. That's a good game. But, 14 carries, that's not a lot of carries. You know what I mean? That's mid. So, you know what I mean? They didn't have to do a lot because they was blowing their ass out. They was up 35-0. You feel me? But yeah, and then on the Arizona side, Jacoby Brissett was 22 of 44. He, that's not very accurate. He completed 50% of his passes. He did throw 2 touchdowns, no interception. He was sacked 5 times though, so their defense was getting after it. Threw for 258 yards. You feel me? T. McBride had a good game, 9 catches, 127 yards, a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, this game was over quick. The Seahawks look like the real deal, straight up. It was 21-0 after the first quarter, and after the first half, it was 38-7. So this game was over at halftime, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no coming back, ain't none of that. The Seahawks took their foot off the gas. They ain't have to do too much. But the Seahawks and Sam Darnold, like Brody was saying earlier. Sam Darnold, like Loaded Truth was saying earlier, Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, the teams that they play for got straight bargains of deals. You feel me? For the production that they getting from those 2 quarterbacks, straight up. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield getting like 35 a year. Sam Darnold getting 30 something a year. That's a bargain. That's $20 million or so below what they should be getting for the production that they're putting up. You know what I mean? For how they're producing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for crying out loud, both players at one point or another have been in the MVP conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sam Darnold's in the MVP conversation right now. And, you know, for the first 7-8 weeks of the season, Baker Mayfield was in the candidacy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's died down a little bit over the past 3 weeks because they've lost 2 of their last 3 games. And he's still been performing. But, you know, when you lose some, and you know what I mean, you kind of lose a little bit of luster. You know what I mean? I think he's still a name that should be brought up. You know what I mean? As an MVP candidate, but yeah, he most likely ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? There's a few players that's ahead of him, but yeah, the Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got bargains for bargains of deals for the production that they getting from their quarterbacks. Straight up. Hold on real quick. All right. So now, what we got next? I think we got my Niners the next. Yeah. You know, this game wasn't, you know, the Rams, Niners. We got blew out. We got beat down. Straight bopped on top of the head. You know what I'm saying? Niners, we kind of, you know, we tried to make it a little competitive, you know what I'm saying, at the end, somewhat, you know what I mean? But the Rams, so this is the thing, right? So, like, I just got through talking about Kyle Shanahan and all that, so I ain't gonna regurgitate that stuff over again. But the thing is, the Rams are a better team right now, bro. Like they're so I'm not surprised that we lost the game. You would want you know, I would have want my team to put up a little bit more of a fight, you know what I mean, and not get blown out how we did, you know what I'm saying? Because for the majority of the game, they were up 2 or 3 scores, you know what I mean? You know, there was a point in time there where we kind of got it, you know, a few times where we kind of got it manageable to look like maybe if we get another stop, you know what I mean, we could, and go down there and score, we could make the game interesting, but it never all the way got to that point. But I'm not surprised at the loss. The Rams are a more talented team than us right now because of all the injuries that we got and all the injuries that they don't got. Like they're a more talented team. You know what I'm saying? The product that they're putting out on the field versus the product we're putting out on the field because of all the injuries, it's not equal. So they're a better team. Are they 2 or 3 touchdowns better? Are they 3 touchdowns better than us? Probably not. But overall, they're a better team. So I'm not surprised at the loss. You know what I mean? Plus, we already beat them earlier in the year. So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just, it would have been cool to have the game be a little bit more competitive than what it was, but ain't no thing. Ain't no thing. I'm not shocked at the loss. You know what I'm saying? Our defense is what's failing us right now. You know what I mean? The offense can manage somewhat. You know what I mean? We put up 26 points. You know what I mean? But our defense is what's failing us right now. Matt Stafford was just. I mean, he was slanging that thing, Paul. You know what I'm saying? He was slanging that thing all over the field. You feel me? 24-36, 280 yards passing, 66% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, we got no pressure on him. You know what I mean? Like, you get no pressure on a quarterback like Matt Stafford, like, you don't have a chance. The 1 or 2 times where we did get some pressure on him, we caused them to punt the ball. Like, if you pressure Matt Stafford, you know what I mean, he gonna fold just like any other quarterback. But we got no pressure, bro. The hometown hero, East Palo Alto native, Devontae Adams, 6 catches, 77 yards, a touchdown. Puka Nacua, 5 catches, 64 yards, a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? They ran the ball well. 30 carries for 126 yards over 2 different running backs. You know what I'm saying? So, with the product that we put out there versus the product they put out there, they did what they were supposed to do, bro. You know what I mean? It's all good. We getting some players back. And then on our end, once again, Mac Jones played well. You look at his numbers, 33 of 39. He completed 84% of his passes, 319 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Great game. Great game. George Kittle finally had his breakout game, 9 catches, 84 yards, a touchdown. Jawan Jennings, 6 catches, 71 yards, a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey did more damage in the receiving game than in the running game. 8 catches, 66 yards. You know what I'm saying? But I expected what happened to happen. Not a blowout loss, but a loss. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shocked or surprised about it. You know what I'm saying? There's a better team right now. It just is what it is. You know. Next game, Lions, Commanders, Detroit beat the Commanders by a final score of 44-22. Detroit is looking like Detroit, you know what I'm saying? High octane offense, putting up 30 and 40 points on a regular basis. You feel me? The Commanders are without Jaden Daniels. You know, so Marcus Mariota is starting for them. Is playing for them right now. He was 16-22, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, but the Commanders thing is they need to is Jaden Daniels. They need to next year they need to find a way to, or Jaden Daniels, make sure he figures out a way to stay on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's their only downfall this year, is that their starting quarterback exposed himself to hits and injuries this year. So next year he got to figure it out. You know what I mean? Whatever you got to do to stay on the field. I've been saying this for the past 3-4 weeks. Or whatever you got to do, really the whole year I've been saying, whatever Jaden Daniels got to do to stay on the field, he got to do it. You know what I'm saying? He's no good to them on the sideline. Hurt. You know what I'm saying? And he already, he has a more frail, skinny frame. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all the NFL said about him this year. Okay, he did all that shit his rookie year. We're going to put a hat on him this year. See how he able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. So, he came back this year as an MVP candidate at the beginning of it, coming into the season. Off of the year that they had last year, a rookie quarterback. They went all the way to the NFC Championship game. And so this year was a little bit of a step back, or it was a step back. Not for him playing-wise. I believe if he would have been on the field, he would have had a similar season that he had last year. You know what I'm saying? But he learned what Jaden Daniels learned this year is, okay, health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? So I can't take unnecessary hits. I got to slide when I'm supposed to slide. We know you tough and you want to, you know what I mean, show how tough you is, and you can, take hits and get all the extra yards, that you're trying to get and all that, but it's not worth it. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta figure out a way to stay on the field next year. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta throw the ball away, throw the ball away where you get hit. If you gotta slide. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you gotta do, figure it out. And then what I was gonna say, the rules in the NFL, they're geared towards the quarterback, like they're quarterback favored. They're in favor of the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So the rules of the NFL are to protect the quarterback. That's how they're set up, to protect the quarterback. So he got to understand, he got to use that to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully he learned from it, and next year he'll be able to stay on the field. For the Lions, Jared Goff, it's just kind of like ho-hum for Jared Goff now. It's not even a thing. Like, I haven't even heard his name as far as like in the MVP. Somewhat I've heard his name be mentioned as an MVP candidate, but he should be mentioned more. He's just balling out every week, similar to Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones this past week kind of had his first game where he didn't ball out. He played okay, and they got the win. That's all that matters. But before this, Daniel Jones he was not having a bad game. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for Jared Goff. He's 25 of 33, threw for 320 yards, completed 75% of his passes, threw 3 touchdowns, didn't throw an interception, didn't get sacked. He played perfect. The quarterback rating of 135. Damn. And then they two-headed monster, Thunder and Lightning, Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery both carried the ball 15 times. Gibbs carried it 142 yards. That's damn near 10 yards a pop. Montgomery carried it for 71 yards. That's 4.5 yards a pop. That's good. Like, Detroit is just a well-oiled machine, bro. Jay Williams, 6 catches, 119 yards, a touchdown. What's his name? Amon St. Brown. 5 catches, 58 yards, a touchdown. Gibbs even had a touchdown receiving, 3 catches for 30 yards. Like, the Detroit is just a well-oiled machine. So, yeah, they just doing their thing. All right, let me see next game. I'm finna end this live. Everybody done tapped in and tapped out. It's getting late. Or it's already late, you know what I'm saying? It's 6 o'clock on the East Coast, 3 a.m. where I'm at on the West Coast. So I'm finna end this live, man, and at least get 4-5 hours of sleep in. Next game was Sunday Night Football, Steelers Chargers. I didn't watch this game at all, but I heard it was a pretty embarrassing loss for the Steelers and how they played. The Chargers got the win, 25-10. The Pittsburgh Steelers, and that made the Pittsburgh Steelers fall to 5-4, and the Chargers improved to 7-3. They're a game behind the Broncos for the division lead. Let's look at the stats. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers played not so Aaron Rodgers-like. You feel me? Ricardo said, hallelujah. Aaron Rodgers, 16-31, 161 yards, 2 interceptions, a touchdown, completion percentage of 51%. He didn't play Aaron Rodgers like at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It is what it is on that end. Justin Herbert, 20 of 33, 220 yards passing, 60% completion percentage. He was sacked 5 times, but he didn't throw no interceptions, and he did throw a touchdown. They ran the ball pretty well. 31 carries on 115 yards, or 115 yards on 31 carries. Over 3 different runners. McConkey, 4 catches, 107 yards, a touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 19 yards. But like I said, I didn't watch this game, so this is the one game I didn't really watch anything of. Ricardo, what's good with your boy, man? Give your boy a like, give your boy a subscribe one time. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that was it with that one. I ain't got too much commentary on that one because I didn't watch it. I just heard that, Aaron Rodgers didn't play too well. He didn't play too hot. You know what I'm saying? And it was somewhat embarrassing. And then Monday night, we had the Eagles and the Packers. So Eagles beat the Packers by a final score of 10-7. I was monitoring this game somewhat. I mean, the two offenses didn't do too much of anything until like the fourth quarter, the second half, fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that though. You know what I mean? Like it's all good. Sometimes it's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? And all the talk with the Packers at the beginning of the year of, oh, we can go undefeated, and they got Micah Parsons now, so just pencil them into the Super Bowl. Man, like, come on, man. I never fell into that. I never believed that. You know what I'm saying? The Packers are now 5-3-1, third in their division. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Love was 20 of 36, 176 yards, 55% completion percent, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, man. But everybody was Stephen A. words bloviating over the Green Bay Packers after the first two games of the season, thinking that they just finna just waltz right to the Super Bowl because they got Micah Parsons all of a sudden and because they started out 2-0. And it just don't work like that. So basically, since those first two games when they were 2-0, they're now 3-3-1. The last 7 games they've went 3-3-1. Okay, 3 wins, 3 losses, and a tie. So, you know what I'm saying? Jordan Love is still, Jordan Love is a solid young quarterback, but he has to prove that he can go deep into the playoffs. You know what I mean? To carry on the Green Bay Packer quarterback legacy from Favre to Rodgers to him. You know what I'm saying? He's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. He's definitely a good quarterback, but if he want to be put up there and be talked about on the same level of Favre and Rodgers, I mean, for one, you got to win a Super Bowl. They both at least won a Super Bowl. But even before winning a Super Bowl, he at least has to get them to an NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? And play well doing it. Jalen Hurts was 15 of 26, 183 yards, 57% completion percentage, a touchdown, no interceptions. They end up getting the win. Saquon Barkley, he's been mediocre this year, you know what I mean, a little bit below average. Not that it's his fault, you know what I mean, or not that it's not his fault, but it just is what it is. He ain't having the same year this year that he had last year, but they still winning, so that's all that matters. 22 carries, 60 yards, no touchdowns. He did catch 3 balls for 41 yards. And you got AJ Brown doing his diva thing, tweeting and in the media talking, and my thing is, bro, like I said, like how I've been saying, if we winning games, I don't care nothing about nothing. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care how many more balls you want. It don't matter. It don't matter. I don't care. What they need to do, if this boy keep running his damn mouth and acting like catching 15 balls a game is more important than winning, that's just what they need to do. Send his ass right back to Tennessee where they got him from. You can go catch all the balls you want with the Titans. Yeah, that's what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, we know you a competitor. We know you want to contribute. But, bro, like, some games you going to contribute more than others. It's about winning, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. And he in there talking about it's not that You know, they're trying to portray like I don't want to, bro. They trying to portray it like I care about more than, you know, I care more about producing than actually winning. Yeah, that's what you're showing, bro. That's what you're showing. Your team is consistently winning. You're Super Bowl champions. You know what I'm saying? And you complaining about how many catches you got and all that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with wanting to help your team win. I understand that, bro, but you got to keep it in perspective, bro. If the team is winning, that's the most important thing. You feel me? So, yeah, that's what I would do. If he keep running his mouth and keep complaining and talking about, man, just, hey, send his ass back to Tennessee. You can go catch 20 balls a game and go 0-16. You feel me? So, it is what it is. But, yeah, that's basically it, bro. I'm signing off. You feel me? I'm signing off on the week 10 recap weekend edition. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that was in this thing, man. Ricardo, Loaded Truth, James Cash, my boy Cheyenne tapped in. You feel me? Cool Raptor tapped in. It was somebody else. Raphael, Ace Vito, Earth to Cam Bam tapped in. Six9 tapped in. Bay Area Block Report, my dude tapped in. So, yeah. Shout out to everybody that tapped in, bro. Y'all know the deal, man. Like, subscribe, share, and all that. Snax on Sports. I'm signing off. I'm gone. I'll be back with another one. And I'm gonna get into some NBA talk on my next one. You know what I'm saying? Either tomorrow or Monday. I'm gonna try to jump back on this thing tomorrow after football, or either while football is on, probably tomorrow evening. A little earlier than I jumped on tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna jump back on this thing and address a few NBA topics. You know what I'm saying? And just do it like that. So yeah, Snax on Sports. I'm going. I'll be back with another one.